All right, welcome to the night class. We're having a vigorous discussion over which vision's better, 1220 or 2012. Who knows? All right. If you know, leave a comment in the comment section. I'm Coach Knight. Today we're going to do the law of sines. All right, law of sines. So here is the law of sines. It's three things, but understand you're only going to be doing two at a time. Okay, so you won't ever do all three at once. That will not happen. But you will be doing two of them at a time. The law of sines is for you to use, right now we've been doing our trig ratios. All of the triangles have been what? Right triangles. The law of sines can be used on any triangle, okay? Not just some triangle, not just right triangles. Any triangle you want to use law of sines on, you can use it. Everybody got that? Okay? Got that, Paris T? Awesome. All right. So, basically, we're still solving each triangle, and just like our directions in the last section, solve each triangle just means find all the missing parts, okay? So, every triangle has three angles, every triangle has three sides, so you're finding whatever angles and whatever sides are missing, all right? So, number 5 here says A equals 40 degrees, B equals 59 degrees, and C equals 14. So, what did they give me? Two angles and one side. So I need to find the other angle and the other two sides. Now, notice how this is written, okay? Can I flip those if I want to and it still be true? Like, could I say sine of A over A equals sine of B over B equals sine of C over C?
Yes.
Yes. As long as you flip all of them, okay? So remember that when you're working these problems, and put the variable you're looking for. Where do you think I'm going to say? Where do you think we want the variable? On top or the bottom? On the top, okay? We always kind of want the variable on the top because we don't ever want it in the denominator, all right? So remember that when you're working these problems, all right? A, 40, B, 59, C, 14. What y'all want to find first? The other angle. I'm all with that. So, angle C, how many degrees are there in a triangle? 180 minus 40 minus 59. Those are the other two angles we have. What is that?
What would that be, 71?
I don't know. That's what, 99? So that'd be 81, huh? 180 minus 99?
81.
That's why you show your work.
Oh my, listen to
99 degrees. All right.
sunglasses. Shade.
Now, to do the law of sines, you need an angle and the opposite side. You got me? So, do we have an angle and the opposite side now? Yes, because we just found what? Angle C. We are kind of forced to use angle C here. Okay?
Wait, it's not on
I think it's 81.
Should have showed your work.
I said 81 and wrote 99. Go back and look at the tape. I said 81.
I know,
Thank you very much.
But you didn't write it.
You're right, because I didn't write my work. How about that? All right, 81, sorry. So, we're going to take the side and the angle that's opposite that side, and that's what we know. Okay, that's what we're going to start with. Okay? So, we're looking for little a and little b. So, a over the sine of angle A, what's angle A? 40 equals C over the sine of angle C. So what's little c? 14 over the sine of 81 we just found, okay? So I'm going to use that to find A, and then to find B, I do the exact same thing. B over the sine of 59 equals, again, 14 over the sine of 81. Okay? Does everybody understand our setup? How do I get A by itself? What do I multiply both sides by? Sine of 40. So A will equal 14 sine of 40 divided by the sine of 81. I'm literally just moving this to the top over there. And from there, it's just putting it in your calculator. And your calculator, God bless you, should tell you that that equals 9.1. Is that what you got? Where did I confuse you? Should I do anything different on B? As far as the work? No, work's exactly the same, it's just what's different. The numbers. So again, I've got B over the sine of B equals C over the sine of C. All right? I take my sine of 59, move it over there. B will be 14 sine of 59 over the sine of 81. And you put that in your calculator, you should get 12.1. Okay? Could I have used the Pythagorean theorem?
Yep. Nope.
Again, when can you use the Pythagorean theorem? When it's what kind of triangle?
Right.
When it's a right triangle. This is not a right triangle. Okay? So you can't even use it if you wanted to. All right? Any questions on number 5? Yes, ma'am.
Well, it's just a question about this in general. So they'll always give us an A, B, and a C. It doesn't.
Not necessarily A, B, and a C. They'll give you 3 parts, and you'll have to find the other 3 parts.
Okay, so they could give us like the angle of A and the length of A,
Correct.
and then like the angle of B.
Correct.
Okay.
Or another length.
Right.
Yeah, they're going to give you 3 out of the. See, that's what I'm saying. You have, in order to do the law of sines, though, you have to have a big letter and a small letter. Okay, you have to have an angle and a side that match up, that are opposite from each other. If you don't have that, you can't use law of sines. Okay.
And so.
So since this section is entitled law of sines, you will always have that in this section. Okay.
So like A over sine of A equals B over sine of B, but A over sine of A also equals C over sine of B.
Correct.
They all equal each other.
They all equal. They're all like the same proportion.
So any random 2 will match up.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. That's what I was meaning. They give you 3 of them,
Right.
but at one time you'll only be using 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
How was that English?
All right. Let me erase, and I'll do 6 for us.
I was just reading off the paper. It's literally like on the top.
I'm so dumb.
I don't get this yet, but I understand.
All right. Number 6.
My brain is hurting.
Again, they give me 2 angles first, which is, I appreciate it. So 2 angles. I'm going to find the 3rd angle first. Okay, you don't have to. I did have to on number 5. Why did I have to find the 3rd angle first on number 5? So I had the C's. Okay, here they already give me A and A. So technically, I don't have to find the angle first. I'm just going to, because I always do. Okay, when they give me 2 of the angles, because one, the math is the easiest. So it's just 180 minus 27.3 minus 55.9. So when you stick that in your calculator, big ugly decimals, you should get 96.8. Just do that in your head, real easy.
And all you did.
Or
there-
you can look in your book where it gives you the answer. Yes.
And all you did there was know that 3 angles in a triangle make 180.
Correct.
Okay.
3 angles
There's
add up to
no-
180.
There's not a law of sines.
No,
happening.
nothing.
Okay.
You could have done that question in geometry class. Okay? All right? We're looking for, let's see here, looking for little side B and side C. I get in a bad habit of saying little b and little c, but just know that means the same thing. If I'm talking about little, that's the sides. If I'm talking about big, it's the angles. Okay? So side B would be B over the sine of angle B, which is 55.9 equals, what's the one we know?
C.
No, we know A.
Oh, never mind.
8.6 over the sine of 27.3. And for C, okay, that setup will be little c, side c, over the sine of what's angle c? We just found it over here, 96.8. That will equal 8.6 over sine of 27.3. And then again, you just cross multiply. So this comes over here. B will equal 8.6 times the sine of 55.9 divided by the sine of 27.3. From there, it's just making sure your fingers hit the right buttons in your calculator, okay? When you put all of that in your calculator, you should get 15.5. And again, this is rounded to the nearest tenth, just like the directions tell us to. All right, same thing over here. C is going to be, I don't know why I put equals twice, but we'll use it. 8.6 times the sine of 96.8, sorry about my big line in front, divided by the sine of 27.3. Put all that in your calculator, you should get 18.6. Okay? Not that bad at all. Everybody good on 5 and 6? Wonderful. Number 7 saves us a little time because we don't have to find all of them. We just have to find what? C. But in order to find C, side C, I also need what? Angle A. I don't even need angle B. I got angle B. They give me side A, so that's the one I'm going to use with angle A. So I got to find angle A first. So angle A, and this is where you have to be kind of understanding. You got to have two of the same letter. They didn't ask me to find angle A. I just have to find angle A in order to find side C. Okay? So it's a necessary evil here. So 180 minus 17 degrees, 55 minutes, minus 98 degrees, 15 minutes. Okay?
Can you put it in your calculator just like that?
You can. Sure can. In fact, I need you to because I don't know what that is, and the book only tells me the answer to the question, not the answer to the answer that I need to get the answer. Does that make sense? I know what I'm saying when I'm thinking it. I just don't know
I
if
got
it's
you.
coming across.
I feel the same way every time.
Do you?
Okay, I got 63.8333333.
Okay. You do want to write it with the minutes and seconds because if remember, same rules apply. I don't want to round this, right? Because that'll throw my final answer off. So what you do, you can hit second apps and go down to where it says DMS. That stands for degrees, minutes, seconds, and it will change it to degrees, minutes,
And
and
you're
seconds for
teaching
you.
us this after our test?
Yeah.
Clever.
So what's the degrees, minutes, and seconds?
63 degrees, 50 minutes, and 0 seconds.
50 or 15?
50. 50.
50. 50 minutes.
That was kind of rude.
And how many seconds?
0.
0. Okay, so just 50 minutes. All right. So there's angle A. Now we can find side C. So I'm putting C on top because I always want my variable on top. So over the sine of 98 degrees, 15 minutes equals, now we know A, so 17 over the sine of angle A is 63 degrees, 50 minutes. And again, just like all the rest of them, we're going to move that sine of 98 degrees, 15 minutes over to the top. And we put it in our calculator. It's a lot of buttons to push, but I'm thankful. I'm thankful for the buttons. Should get, if we did it right, 18.7. So if you don't, let me know and we'll fix what we messed up.
Would have been nice to know how to use these buttons 3 days ago.
You still had to show your work anyway. So.
but I couldn't
I
change
think
it.
he told us about
Wait,
it.
there's 9.
I did tell you, thank you very much.
I still gotta take my test.
A lot of times when I show y'all things on the calculator, and I need to bring a video camera so I can video y'all so you'll believe me. Like most of you just watch me do it rather than actually picking up your calculator and doing it yourself.
It must have been one of those zone out moments.
It may have
because I
been.
don't
It
remember
may
you
have
saying that, but I do that a lot.
All right, everybody good? No? All right. That's why I'm asking. You good?
So we didn't have to find all three, right?
Not on 7.
'Cause they just told
It
us
just
to-
said find C.
Got it.
So they were kind of giving us a break there. All right, so these last few problems are very simple, but they're only simple if you know the formula. So I'm going to try to make the formula as simple as I can. It looks like there's 6 formulas up there, and there are, but really there's only 2, okay? There's a pattern to things, all right? Notice, what do you notice about the letters?
They're
all big.
They're
They're all capitalized.
there's
No,
only-
not here.
There's only 3.
you have
There's only 3, and of those 3, I have what? An A, a B,
you have one of
and a
each.
C, okay? So this one is the side angle side area theorem, okay? So all your years, you've only known how to find the area of a triangle by saying 1/2 times the base times the height, correct? Okay? These are extra ones, all right? You don't have to know the base and the height on these, okay? You just, for this one, you just need to know 2 sides and the angle that's in between them. So just like from geometry when you were proving triangles congruent, you know you had SAS, okay? The angle had to be between the 2 sides. Same thing here, okay? So what's that mean in letter way? That means you're going to have one of each letter. If you have side B and C, you have angle A. If you have side A and C, you have angle B. If you have side A and B, you have angle C, okay? So the formula is 1/2 the 2 sides times the sine of the angle. You just have to make sure you have one of each letter. Does that make sense? Okay. The other one, how many angles I got? 3 angles. Now, I'm going to tell you in the problem, they're never going to give you all 3 angles. Because in geometry, if you know 2 angles, what?
You can find the third.
You can always find the third one. So they're just going to give you 2 angles, and you have to find the third angle. Does everybody follow that? Okay? They're never going to give it to you, all 3 of them. They're going to make you find the third one. And one side. Okay? So, here's the pattern, okay? Because again, it's just a pattern. These are all the exact same one, it's just the sides are changing, okay? So if they give you side A, you square side A, and then the sine of A is on the bottom. A and A. So if they give you side A, you're going to have sine of A on the bottom. Sine of B and C will be on the top. If they give you side B, then you have sine of B on the bottom. Okay? But the equation doesn't change. It's always 1/2 the side squared times the sine of the angle times the sine of the angle divided by the sine of the same angle. That was the side. Okay? If A's here, A's at the bottom.
And it doesn't matter on the top. if
It
you
doesn't
put
matter
your
what
fingers-
order you put them on the top
As long as
because
you
you're
have both.
multiplying. Okay? The only ones that it matter that you have them in the right spot, hush, Jerry. The only ones that it matter is the bottom. Okay? So if they give you side C, you know you're going to put angle C on the bottom.
And then A, B, and C.
Side B, angle B on the bottom. Side A, angle A on the bottom. Okay? And then from there, it's just what's the information they give you. Because, and again, they use K. K stands for area. The only thing I can think of why they're using K for area is because you already have A in the formula. Okay, so I don't want you to get the 2 A's mixed up. So just know, K for these next couple lessons, K means area. All right, so they give you 2 problems. You have to figure out which formula to use. So for 8, they give me angle A, side B, and side C. A, B, and C. So which one are we going to use? That first one or that second one? The first one, the side angle side. Okay? And again, it's just knowing the formula. It's 1/2 the 2 sides times each other times the sine of 78 degrees. Okay? And I put 78. I shouldn't have put 78 yet. It's just the sine of what? A. okay? And then it's just plugging in. So 1/2, 14 times 12 times the sine of 78. That is the only work you have to show, okay? From there, it's just putting it in your calculator. You should get 82.2, and it is units squared, or square units, because we are finding the area, okay? For number 9, notice, do we have one of each letter? No, we don't have, we're missing what? We're missing C. So, they give me 2 angles and a side. So they just give me one side. I'm going to use that second one. But before I do, I've got to find angle what?
Third side. So
Not
C.
third side, but the third
Third
angle.
so
Okay? So angle C is 180 minus 22 minus 105. That is,
53.
thank you, 53. Take your word for it. And now I can figure out my formula. So it's 1/2 the side squared. So what side did they give me?
B.
B. So 14 squared. And since they gave me B on my side, which angle goes on the bottom? B. If they give you side B, then angle B goes on the bottom. So sine of 105 goes on the bottom, sine of 22 goes on top, and sine of, what was our 53, goes on top. Okay? And to be honest, that's a lot to put in your calculator at once. I don't recommend it. Okay? I recommend doing the top, hitting enter, and then dividing that by 2, hit enter, and then divide by sine of 105 and hit enter. Okay? You can put it all in at once, but it's a lot of parentheses. Okay, just telling you. So again, if I were doing it, I'd do 14 squared, sine of 22, make sure you close your parentheses, sine of 53, make sure you close your parentheses.
I got a really tiny decimal.
Hit enter, you should get 30.4.
I got that. For the top?
No, for the entire thing, you should get 30.4. I don't know.
Small decimals to do the time 14 squared.
Divided by sine of 105 times
That is our lesson for the day, and
30.
hope you had an enjoyable time. We'll see you next time, and as always, stay above the line.